Good afternoon. Welcome to today's video. I am coming to you pre-recorded. I'm recording this a few days earlier than my Sunday afternoon, only because I am at retreat. I am leaving. Today is actually Thursday. Yeah, we're at Thursday. We're at Thursday right about 2 o'clock. And I'm gonna go ahead and pre-record Sunday afternoon's video because in about an hour I will be leaving towards Dallas in order to attend a retreat. And checkout time is 3 p.m. So right about the time I would normally be going live, I will be checking out of the retreat and on my way back home. But I wanted to go ahead and bring something to you guys. But welcome. Thank you for joining. And if you're watching me on the replay on my YouTube channel, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Today is going to be relatively easy, I guess you could say. I've got a few announcements that I'm going to make, the normal monthly announcements, and then I'm going to do a couple of demonstrations. But let me back up a little bit and just make sure I introduce myself for those of you watching the first time. My name is Barbara Ragsdale, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that lives in the San Antonio, Texas area. And if you're not familiar with Stampin' Up!, we're a paper crafting company. So whatever your paper crafting needs are, most likely we have something for you. Whether you're a beginner, you dibble dabble in it, or you're an avid crafter. And we mainly specialize in color coordination of our products between our cardstock, our inks, our blends, our ribbons, accessories, and we also offer kits as well. So when we get the camera pointed down, I'm going to talk about Paper Pumpkin because we have a few days left before the subscription period ends for next month. And we have some other kit related items as well, some new kits that Stampin' Up! Is coming out with, and I'm not going to show those to you. I do have them because they're packed. I'm going to put them together while I'm at my retreat, so hopefully next weekend I'll be able to show you what the kits are, what they look like completed. So that's one of the things I'm going to do while I'm at retreat, just so that I can show you exactly what the kits look like once they're put together and everything that comes with it, whether you want a stamping kit or a non-stamping kit. So that was my favorite part, that there's a variety of kits that are being offered beginning June 1st. Right now I have those kits because as demonstrators we get access to pre-order products so that we can play with them and get familiarize ourselves with them before we present them to you guys and show you how to use them and give you some great tips and ideas on your paper crafting. So let's go ahead and get this pointed down. Before I go any further though, I have my iPad, but I'm not going to do a pre-recorded drawing. When I get back Sunday evening, I'm going to do a live drawing that I would normally do. And all that means is if you're watching me for the first time, when you like, comment, and share my videos every single week, you get entered into a drawing for whatever prize I pull out of my little prize basket. When you share my video, you have to tell me in the comments, and what that does is that gets you an extra entry into the wheel. So you get your name in there twice, so you have a better chance of winning. And we do have people that win based off their shares, so it's for real, it happens. And then normally I do a live drawing, but since this is pre-recorded, I'm gonna wait and do one Sunday evening. So just be prepared for that. You may see me go live for maybe 3 or 4 minutes just to do the drawing. But let's get started. Let's get this thing flipped around so that I can show you the May online ordering special, the host code. So if you're interested in any of the products that you see today, every single month I have a monthly online ordering special, and as long as you use this host code, when you place your order on my website. Now, if you don't want to go to my website and plug that host code in, you can always scan in the QR code, and that'll take you straight to my website and automatically plug that code in for you. But what that gets you is, with your order of at least $25 or more in the month of May, you're going to get a free cut kit in order to make these 4 masculine cards. So let me fan those 2 out. And this one right here is actually a gift card holder. So you can slide a gift card holder in that one. Okay, so everything is already cut for you, die cut for you. And let me just show you. This is how your kit will come to you. You've got your card base, and in the envelope all the pieces that you need in order to assemble the card. And that's like that for each one. There's even twine. The only thing I cannot do for you is the stamping. So you do have to own at least a masculine stamp, but the bundle that I'm using this month is it's the Handsomely Suited stamp set and the suit and tie dies. So it's not available, well, it would, you know what, I need to look in the annual catalog, because I know it's available in the annual catalog, but it's not available as a bundled price. I'll just say that because I don't want to say something wrong. I didn't look it up before I started talking, but that is the stamp set and the dies that is being used for the month of May. So if you like those sentiments, you'll want that. Otherwise, everything is already die cut for you and cut out with your cardstock and any little accessories that you might need. And then you also get a tutorial, a color tutorial, that'll tell you step by step the measurements of everything and how to assemble. And then at the beginning of the month, I did a video. So there's also a Facebook video that will tell you, that's me live assembling all the cards. So you have at least a visual reference if you wanted to go back and look at that video as well. And the link is included in the tutorial. Okay, the first announcement I want to do is when you join my email list, you're going to get a free color copy of the annual catalog. So we can actually show you the inside now. We couldn't before, but it doesn't come bound or anything like that. That's just my copy. But that's just my thank you for joining my email list. And if you're an active demonstrator, I have a different special gift for you. Or if you're somebody that already has a demonstrator and you already have a catalog, when you still join, I have a different special gift for you as well. Okay? This is Paper Pumpkin. We've got a few days left for the May kit, which is baseball/softball theme. And Paper Pumpkin is Stampin' Up's monthly paper crafting subscription service. It runs from the 11th to the 10th of every single month. So from April 11th, that's when registration opened for this one. And the deadline is May 10th. So as long as you enroll your subscription, and you can get a one-time, you can get month to month, you can do prepaid 3 months, 6 month, or even purchase up to a year. And this particular kit has enough supplies to create 9 cards and coordinating envelopes. And it also comes with some bubble gum, so you can chew while you craft, or you can slide it into one of the cards that you're going to make. But this is really cool. I love the colors, and my Paper Pumpkin subscribers every single month will get a 4x6 sampling of the coordinating cardstock that coordinates with the kit. So they can use it with the kit, or if they have other projects they want to work on, they have some sampling of cardstock. Now, the next one I want to talk about, just because this one's more time sensitive than the other one, but beginning May 4th, so several days ago, all the way through the end of May, Stampin' Up! Has a kit special. And during this time frame, you can get $155 in product for only $99 plus tax. That's an extra $30 basically from what the normal offering is. And normally it's only $125 in product. But this month, through the end of the month, you can get an extra $30. So if you have a pretty good size wish list, this is the perfect deal for you. There's no obligations to our kits whatsoever. You can completely join for the hobby discount, and your discounts on top of clearance items, any promotions, you get pre-order privileges, definitely. So this is perfect for you. And like I said, there's no obligation. You'll get a 20% discount on all of your purchase, at least through October. And then if you want to extend that, there's requirements in order to extend your discount, but there still is ultimately no obligation. And then you can also be a part of my Be So Creative team. You don't have to have parties, you don't have to do lives, you don't have to do any of that. You can just simply enjoy a discount on your paper crafting products, our Stampin' Up! Quality paper crafting products. So I just said this one first because it's a little more time sensitive since it ends May 31st. The other promotion that's going on started May 4th and runs through June 14th. And that is when you have a qualifying party or an order. This promotion is called Connect, Craft, and Collect. $25. And what that means is beginning at the $250 order total, you're not only going to get your 10% in Stampin' Rewards, but you're also going to get an additional $25 in Stampin' Rewards. And then as you can see, the higher your order total or your party total, the more Stampin' Rewards you get, but you're still going to get that $25 on top of what you would normally get in Stampin' Rewards. Plus, beginning at $450, you're entitled to a 50% off item. And there are a couple of exclusions as far as what you can get for your half price. So if you're interested in having a little social get-together or something maybe even virtually, we can definitely accommodate a little get-together for you. And like I said, we have so many various products and lots of options. So contact me and let me know, and I would love to be able to do a little get-together for you and help you earn some extra host rewards at the same time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Today, I'm going to show you, let me bring them over here. I think I have all 5 of them here. We are going to be working with, let me make sure I've got all the colors. I think I do. These are our Ombre Bags. Oh, these are backwards. There we go. And you get 20 of these bags for only $6. And these particular colors are our in colors. So this one is polished pink. That one's polished pink. This one's fresh freesia. This one is pale papaya. And you can see it's got that ombre kind of look. It's kind of darker down here and gets a little lighter. This one is evening evergreen. And this one is soft succulent. So these are the 5 in colors, and I'm going to show you some really easy ideas on what you can do to dress up these ombre bags and give them as gifts. Okay. So let's get started with our first one. We're going to be using fresh freesia. And for this one, I'm only going to do 2, but I do have 3 other samples that I've already done for you in order to show you. So for this one, if you simply just have stamps, we're going to be stamping on directly on our bag. So it's kind of like a first time, you only get one chance. Otherwise you mess up your baggie, but I'm feeling pretty confident today, and I know you can do this too. Okay, so the stamp set that we're going to be using is called Color and Contour. We're going to be using these 2 images right here, and then also Thank You for Everything. So we're not going to be doing any die cuts on this one. This one's strictly going to be stamping, and then I'm going to be able to attach like a ribbon up at the top. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to stamp our sentiment straight in the middle, and we are going to use thank you for everything. I think this is clean. Yeah, this is clean. Move that over here. And we're going to stamp our sentiment in the middle. You could certainly use a darker sentiment or a darker ink if you wanted to, but that one will dry a little bit darker. Okay, so I'm going to leave that open because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this particular image, which is like the outline, and I'm just going to randomly stamp on my bag. I want to make sure I get a little bit like on the edge over here. Let's do there. And then let's get a little bit up here, just so it looks kind of random. Let's get a small one. Let's get something, make sure I ink it up enough. Let's get like a half of one right there. And then let's get the other half over here. And then let's do one down here at the corner. Okay, let's do that. I think that's enough. You can totally make it your own. And then I'm going to take the coordinating stamp and ink it up with fresh freesia and go over these images just to give it a little color. Now, for the longest time, I was struggling with lining up these images so it would at least look halfway decent when I stamped the color on it. And what I've realized is, I'm going to show you what I did. This particular part of the image right here that kind of looks like a sideways heart, that is my starting point, quote unquote, my starting point. So wherever I stamped that, I went and I marked the part of my photopolymer stamp. I marked it on the back side just so it would never get ink on it, but that little black mark on this particular piece, that's what I'm going to line up with that kind of sideways heart wherever it is. Okay, and I want to show you. So there's that little heart right there. So I'm just going to line this up and press it down, and it gives it that little image there. So everywhere I stamped, that's where I'm going to put this other stamp, kind of over that. Just kind of gives it a shadow, little pop of color. Let's see, here we go. I think this is a really, really neat kind of background. Uh-oh, I don't have them on there, so I'm gonna have to figure out where is it? It's gonna be over here. Okay, let's do this. Close enough. There, got a couple of them left. It doesn't have to be exact because it's not going to match up exact, but that's pretty close. Okay, so now we have our background stamped, and we are done. We are done with our inking, but I do want to put, I'm going to use Stella kind of on my flowers just to give it a little pizzazz. And if you're not familiar with Stella, it is basically glitter in a little tube, and there's a little brush at the end, and I'm just squeezing the tube so that the Stella comes out. And I am going to put something in the center of this flower just to give it a little pop of color in the center. Definitely, if you want more glitter, you just squeeze it a little more. There's a little part right here that says push. So that's the part that you push, and then it squeezes out the glitter through the brush. So however much glitter you want, you can just continue to go over those areas. Okay, now for this one, what I'm going to be doing is going to be using my scorer on my paper trimmer in order to help with my fold here. And I'm going to be using the detailed trio punch because I want to punch a little hole, but if I put it in there, it's not going to punch it where I need to. So I'm going to put my ombre bag in my paper trimmer. Let me do it this way because I want it to flap about 1.5, 1.25 inches. Make sure you're doing the scorer and not the dark one, which is the cutting. You don't want to cut it, you want to score it. Okay, so now you have a really clean line that will help you when it comes to folding. That way you fold your bag over. Okay, now we can use the detailed trio punch, and this one has 3 different, see if you can see without that glare, has 3 different punches on it. It's got this hole, it's got a corner rounder, and it's got this little decorative little corner trio. We're going to use the hole, and we want to make sure that this flap is down. And we're simply going to put this in, and there's a guide, so you can only go so far. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it to make sure that that hole is going to be in the center, and then just press down, and then you have a little hole at the top. Okay, so for this one, I'm not going to be using any of the in color ribbon because I wanted to bring out this metallic mesh ribbon. I happen to have a couple of rolls of this, and I thought that this silver looked really pretty on this fresh freesia. And that's why I used Stella as well, just to help offset the, you know, the shininess of this ribbon. So I'm going to cut a 16-inch piece of ribbon, just because I want to make a pretty good size bow. And then I'm going to thread this through the hole. I'm going to bring it out to where it's almost pretty even. And then I'm just going to tie a bow. This mesh ribbon ties bows like super easy. I think that just flipped back around, but let's go for this. And then you can adjust your loops and then just tighten it. You know, of course you would want to put your gift or whatever you're putting inside first before you go close it up, but I'm just showing you how you can use this to make a gift bag. Okay, so just fluff up your ribbon. If you wanted to do a double bow, I think a double bow would look really cute. And if you needed to trim your edges, just trim your edges however you want to. I think that other one's fine. Okay, but there you have it. There is just a really simple bag where it's nothing but stamping, little 2-step stamping, some Stella, and then using our mesh metallic ribbon along with our detailed trio punch. Very simple, a very easy way. There's nothing on the back, but you could certainly decorate the back if you wanted to do some, if you wanted to extend that stamping around the back. Okay, so there's bag number 1. Excuse me. Now for bag number 2, we're going to be using Evening Evergreen. And I already have all my pieces cut out and ready to go. So let me move that out of the way. And we're not going to be doing anything on the front of this bag. What we're going to be doing is going to go on the inside of the bag. But you could definitely decorate the outside. I'm going to show you how you can use excuse me, the inside of the bag in order to hold a gift card. Okay, so we've got a piece of Evening Evergreen, and then we're also using the In Color 6x6 Designer Series paper. I love this plaid sort of design. Excuse me, you guys. And then the dies that we're using coordinate with the Color and Contour bundle. They're kind of a mess right now because they're open, but they're the scalloped contour dies. And as you can see, there's a lot to choose from, and we're going to be using several of those, including this border punch. I have a tickle in my throat. Ooh. Okay, so what I've done with this is I've measured the bag, and then I measured also a piece of cardstock. My throat is actually dry, you guys. I don't know why I'm coughing. But I've measured a piece of cardstock in order to fit inside the bag. Let me get that in there. It's catching onto that edge there because of those dies. But I measured it to where it sits out just a little bit. And I didn't want sharp edges, so I used the detailed trio punch in order to round out my corners up here. And then the other side, I used that scalloped edge die just to give it a little decoration at the bottom. Okay, so we're basically going to build a card that's going to go on the inside. And I have my designer series paper, so we're going to put that down. I want to put this down first in order to help me determine where I'm going to put the little top flap that I'm going to put on here. So let's do this. Oops, there's one left in there. There's a little die left in there. Goodness. I think maybe I need to take a drink of something. But we're going to put this down here closer to the bottom. And then one of the other dies, which is this size right here, I cut a piece out using Evening Evergreen cardstock, and I scored it in half, horizontally, whichever way. It's this way, because I want to fold that in half. Okay, so I'm going to put adhesive on this little side right here, on both sides actually, because I want this to serve as like a tab in order to put at the top of this for people to grab onto. But I'm also going to put a bow, do a hole punch and then do a bow as well. So we're going to put this up on the top, right there. It's mainly just decorative. You want to kind of line it up, and then once you get it on there, you can press on both sides, and then you see that there's a little tab. And this is going to help pull it out of the bag. Okay, so while I have this here, I'm going to go ahead and do a bow. So let's put this in there and punch a hole. There we go. So now we have a hole at the top. And then we're going to build our little gift card part down here. So let's go ahead and stamp. We're going to stamp thank you for everything. So let me clean this because we're going to be stamping this in Evening Evergreen. So we'll ink that up. We're going to stamp right here in the middle. Thank you for everything. Let me close this up. And this mat is going to go there. Yeah. Okay. So on this piece right here, this is the same piece that I used at the top, but I didn't score this one. We're going to put tear and tape on here. And we want to put tear and tape as close to the edge as we can, but not past where those scallops are. Just because we don't want any of that adhesive to extend past where we absolutely need it to be. Okay, and so we're going to do this on all. We're going to do it on the left side, and then we're going to do it on the bottom. And just get it as close as you can, but not past the scallop. And just trim that off. You can tear it, but I like my lines to be cleaner than that. Okay, now once you have those on, you can peel the little backings off, and that exposes that really sticky tape. Let me put this piece on first. This is just a backing to help break up all of this evening evergreen color. Okay, and we're going to center this in this die. Okay, now this piece right here, we're going to put down here. We want a little bit of that scallop to show on both of those edges. And then just press down. Now this little sentiment, we're just going to put some adhesive on the back of this one, and we're going to put this one on top of this evening evergreen mat. Okay, so this white just helps offset that back. That's on the designer series paper. Okay, and then I have a Michael's gift. I just happen to have a Michael's gift card. This gift card, it won't go in that way, just because of the size of the die. So when I did this, it was basically a gift card that would just slide in like that. Okay, so it's going to go up and down. You could certainly, alter it if you wanted to make it something where you could put it in, landscape, but I did this one to go up and down. Okay, now I'm going to be using, for this particular one, I'm going to be using, I'm glad this came back, but this is our fine art ribbon, and it is, it's got kind of like some gold flecks in it, and I thought that gold would look really, really well against this evening evergreen. So we're just going to take, I'm going to go ahead and use a 16-inch strip as well, just so I can make sure I have enough to make a nice size bow, and we're going to thread that through this little bitty punch. We'll make sure it's even at least. Let's make a bow. Let's see. There we go. Just trim your loops and pull it tight until it's kind of how you want it. And then you can trim your tails so that they look a little better. Let me get this side. A little clean up those edges there. There you go. Okay, so now you have this really huge gift card holder. And we have our bag. So we just slide this into the bag. And I probably would decorate the outside of the bag because that is kind of plain. But for this demo, I just wanted to do something to put inside the bag. So you could certainly decorate the outside however you wanted, but I thought that this was a really great idea as far as, putting a gift card. Instead of it being like actually in a card, you can use it for inside the bag. Okay, so that is the second demo. Let me just pull that out a little bit so that when I do the picture, it kind of shows what I was doing. And then let me bring this one back. Show that one right there. And then let me show you 3 others that I did with the other colors. So this one is using the soft succulent, and I decided to break out the tailor-made tag dies, which are, they look like this. So it's just 2 different sets of dies, different sizes, and then you've got these little pieces that kind of go over the little holes just to help decorate, give it a little extra. But these are the tailor-made tag dies, and that's what I used to do the sentiments. I still use the Color and Contour stamp set to stamp So Very Happy For You. And then this designer series paper is one of the dies, and as you can see, I did one of those little decorations with cardstock. And then this twine, this black and white twine, is from the Playful Pets combo pack. And then as you can see, I stamped those images on there. And then I also stamped one and die cut one just to give it a little pop up. And then I took some tissue paper from one of our paper pumpkin kits, because we get tissue paper. That's how our paper pumpkin kits are wrapped when we get them. So I keep it and I just put it in there just to show you that if you were giving this to somebody as a little gift bag, you know, what it would look like with the tissue paper in there. And I think I like the white just because it's got, you know, that lighter color here and it offsets this little tag. But there's another idea of what you could do with a bag. And then if you want to make a card, you can make a card. Here's another one that I did with pale papaya. Same thing, I just used a different image from Color and Contour and stamped in Evening Evergreen. You're absolutely amazing. But this is just a mat. It's basically what you could put on the front of a card. It's exactly card size. You could mat this on a Whisper White base, or I'm sorry, a basic white base, or you could mat it on, you know, pale papaya, any of these coordinating colors. And then this ribbon is new as well. It's pale papaya and white. It's like a weave, like a classic weave. I think that's the name of it. Whereas the soft succulent, this is the open weave ribbon that comes available in all 5 colors. It's very easy to tie as well. Okay, so you've got that one, and then you have your card. And then I want to show you one last one that you can also use, and this is polished pink. This one's very simple. But the reason why I'm showing this one to you is because you can emboss your bags. These bags will go through your embossing machine just perfect. And let me show you the back. It'll even do the back. This particular embossing folder that I used is the Parisian Flourish 3D embossing folder. It's gorgeous, you guys. And with that ombre look, oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. And then I just simply decorated the front with a couple of the tags. I stamped in pale polished pink, and then I attached one of our square vellum doilies just as an added little touch. And then added the polished pink open weave ribbon at the top. These are actually 2 pieces of ribbon. I just folded one in half and kind of did it as upside down V, just to extend it a little bit. But you could certainly just do one little ribbon. But this one I just showed you so that you can see on embossing folders what the bags look like once they're embossed. Okay, so let me put this one, where can I put this one? Let's put this one right there. But I did want to tell you, as far as our embossing folders on the bags, you could probably get away with using a mini one if you want to see like a hard, you know, stop on your bag. Let me just show you the size of our mini embossing folders versus the bags. So, you know, if you wanted to do it, you could, but you're going to have some of it that's not embossed unless you turned it like sideways and bumped it up exact. Otherwise, you're probably going to see a line where you're trying to, you know, extend the image. And that's the mini one. Now with our standard size embossing folders, you can see there's still a little bit left that's not going to get embossed. And if you're fine with that, if you want to center it, you can center it if you're fine with that. But just know that each side is not going to be embossed by that, what is that, like 1/4 of an inch? And then at the top as well. But you can always score it and fold that over and, you know, kind of hide that. But to get a full effect like this one, you'll have to use the 6x6 embossing folders, which we have lots to choose from, by the way. We do. And we even have lots of new ones. So I'm ready to start using some of the new ones as well. But, excuse me, but there you have it. There's some really quick and easy ideas with what you can do with our new ombre bags. whether you want to just stamp on it or turn them into some gift card holders, do some embossing on it. If you want to take some of your card fronts and attach it to a bag, and you have you know, just different special ways to be able to gift people. And this just shows you that our Stampin' Up! Products are very, very versatile. You know, you can do whatever you want with them with just a little creativity, and that's what we're here for. As demonstrators, we're here to show you how to use the products and to show you the creative ways that you can use them and, you know, get more life out of your products, whether it's a card or a home decor project, a sampler, you know, anything, any kind of gift item. So I hope you enjoyed today. Sorry I missed you guys, but I will pop on Sunday evening to do the live drawing. And but I am normally live every Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm also live Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time in order to show you how to use your Stampin' Up! Products to create your 12 by 12 page layout. So if you'd like to join me Wednesday night, I look forward to seeing you. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon wherever you are. And make sure that you like, comment, and share to be entered into the drawings. And we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.